Have you ever noticed how your grandparents' ears seem a bit larger than they did in old photos? Take a closer look. Those ears really do get bigger with age. This isn't just a family myth. It's a real, measurable phenomenon that scientists have confirmed. While we focus on wrinkles and gray hair, our ears quietly change, growing more prominent over the decades. Unlike most body parts, ears don't stop changing after adolescence. They're on their own slow, lifelong journey, subtly transforming as we age. So next time you flip through a family album, remember, those growing ears are a small, fascinating miracle of human biology. The story behind this change involves unique tissue, gravity, and the unstoppable passage of time. Most of our body parts stop growing after our teenage years. Bones, organs, and muscles all reach their final size and settle in. This is a natural part of human development, as our bodies transition from the rapid changes of childhood and adolescence into the stability of adulthood. Growth plates in our bones fuse shut, signaling the end of vertical growth, and our organs reach their mature size, ready to support us for the rest of our lives. Your height, your hands, your feet. They're set for life. Once you reach adulthood, these features won't get any bigger, no matter how much time passes. The size you have now is the size you'll keep, a permanent record of your growth years. But ears and noses are the exceptions. Unlike most other parts of your body, these features seem to have a life of their own, continuing to change long after everything else has stopped. While your skeleton locks in place, these features keep changing, not by growing new cells, but by slowly remodeling. The cartilage in your ears and nose doesn't harden like bone. Instead, it remains flexible and susceptible to subtle shifts over time. Their transformation is subtle, driven by the materials they're made of and the world around us. Gravity gently pulls on the soft cartilage, and years of sun, wind, and even facial expressions can reshape these features in small but noticeable ways. That's why older people's ears and noses look larger, not because they're actively growing, but because they're gradually yielding to time and physics. The cartilage breaks down and loses elasticity, causing these features to droop and stretch, making them appear bigger as the years go by. It's a different kind of change, highlighting the complexity of our bodies. While most of us think of growth as something that happens quickly and then stops, ears and noses remind us that some changes are slow, almost invisible, but just as real. Ears and noses are living fossils, quietly evolving long after the rest of us has stopped. They carry the marks of our years, telling a silent story of time's passage and the resilience of the human body. This distinction sets them apart from the explosive growth of youth. While children shoot up in height and their features change rapidly, ears and noses take a different path, changing slowly and steadily over decades. Instead, they undergo a slow, persistent transformation that only becomes obvious with age. It's a process that's easy to overlook, but it's happening to all of us, every day, as we move through life. It's a reminder that not all growth ends when we reach adulthood. Some parts of us keep changing, quietly and persistently, reflecting the ongoing story of who we are and how we age. The secret to ever-changing ears and noses lies in their structure, cartilage. This remarkable tissue is found in just a few places in the body, but it plays a crucial role in shaping our features. Unlike bone, cartilage doesn't have the rigidity of a skeleton, nor the softness of skin. Instead, it's a unique blend of strength and flexibility, giving our ears and noses their distinctive forms. Unlike bone, cartilage is flexible and elastic, letting you bend your ear without harm. You can twist, fold, or press your ear, and it springs right back into shape. This flexibility is why our ears can withstand the daily bumps and tugs of life, from pulling on hats to wearing headphones. The cartilage in your ears, elastic cartilage, is especially springy, thanks to its high elastin content. Elastin is a protein that acts like tiny rubber bands, allowing the tissue to stretch and recoil. This is what gives your ear its bounce and resilience, making it both tough and pliable at the same time. But cartilage is slow to heal and change, lacking its own blood supply. When injured, it takes much longer to repair than other tissues, and sometimes it never fully recovers. This is why ear injuries can linger, and why cartilage piercings are notorious for slow healing. Over time, the collagen and elastin fibers in ear cartilage break down, losing their tight organization. The once orderly network of proteins becomes looser and less structured, making the cartilage weaker and less able to snap back into place. This isn't true growth, it's a gradual weakening, making the ear less able to hold its original shape. The ear doesn't actually grow more tissue, but the existing cartilage stretches out, much like a well-worn elastic band. Think of it like a favorite t-shirt that stretches out over years of wear. The fabric doesn't multiply, but it loses its snug fit, sagging and drooping in places it once held firm. The cartilage stretches and loosens, making ears appear larger and floppier. This is why older adults often have noticeably bigger ears, even though their actual ear tissue hasn't increased. This slow process unfolds over decades, quietly altering our appearance. It's a subtle transformation, one that happens so gradually we rarely notice it until we compare photos from years apart. It's the first step in the story of why our ears keep changing, a tale written not by growth, but by the slow, silent stretching of a most peculiar tissue. Weakening cartilage is only half the story. Gravity does the rest. As we age, the tissues that make up our ears gradually lose their youthful resilience. The cartilage, once firm and springy, becomes softer and less able to resist the forces acting upon it. But it's not just about what happens inside our bodies. There's an invisible force at play every moment of our lives. Gravity's constant downward pull is subtle, but over decades, it wins out. From the moment we're born, gravity is quietly tugging at every part of us, including our ears. It's a force we rarely notice, but it's always there, shaping us in ways we don't realize until much later in life. As cartilage loses strength, gravity stretches the ear, especially the soft, fatty earlobe. The earlobe, lacking the support of cartilage, is particularly vulnerable. Over time, it slowly elongates, responding to the persistent downward pull. This isn't sudden. It's a microscopic elongation, year after year. The change is so gradual that it's impossible to notice from one day to the next. But if you compare a child's ear to that of an elderly person, the difference becomes clear. Studies show ears lengthen by about 0.22 millimeters per year, imperceptible day to day, but significant over a lifetime. Researchers have measured this change in thousands of people, confirming that it's a universal process, not just a rare occurrence. After 50 years, that adds up to over a centimeter of extra length. That's enough to make a noticeable difference, especially when you see old photographs and realize how much your ears have changed. So, ears don't grow by making new tissue. They stretch, shaped by time and physics. The process is more like taffy being gently pulled than a plant sprouting new leaves. It's a mechanical process, not biological growth. The tissue adapts to the constant force, slowly changing shape as the years go by. The same force that keeps us grounded is also gently reshaping our ears. Whether we're walking, sitting, or sleeping, gravity is always at work, quietly sculpting us. Over decades, gravity leaves its mark, making our ears a visible record of time's passage. Each wrinkle, each subtle change in shape, tells a story of years lived and experiences gathered. It's a strange but perfect example of physics and biology working together. Our bodies are shaped not just by our genes, but by the world we live in and the forces we can't escape. Even the most constant forces, given enough time, can change us. Your ears are proof. They're a living timeline, quietly recording the passage of years, and a reminder that change is always happening, even when we can't see it. Ears aren't alone in this transformation. The nose is on the same journey. The lower part of your nose is made of cartilage, just like your ears. As cartilage weakens and gravity pulls, the tip of the nose droops and lengthens. The result? Older people often have more prominent noses, not from new growth, but from stretching and sagging. Both features are uniquely vulnerable because they stand out from the face and rely on cartilage for support. Artists have long exaggerated big ears and noses to signal age. They noticed this change long before science explained it. Our senses of hearing and smell are marked by time, visible in the slow transformation of these features. It's a shared story of lifelong change, written on our faces. The most fascinating part? You'll never notice your ears changing in real time. The process is so gradual, fractions of a millimeter per year, that it's invisible day to day. Only by comparing old photos do we see the difference. Our brains are wired for sudden changes, not for transformations that take decades. It's like watching a glacier move. Imperceptible in the moment, obvious over years. That's why the realization often comes as a surprise. The change was happening all along, quietly and consistently. It's a secret your body keeps until enough time has passed to reveal it. a slow, silent testament to the power of time. Cartilage and gravity aren't the only factors. Your skin plays a big role too. As we age, skin loses collagen and elastin, becoming less firm and elastic. The earlobes, made mostly of skin and fat, are especially prone to stretching. Heavy earrings and sun exposure can speed up this process, making lobes droop even more. Sun damage breaks down skin proteins, thinning and wrinkling the ears. So, ear enlargement is a three-part story: weakening cartilage, gravity's pull, and aging skin. All three work together over decades to reshape our ears. The result is a visible sign of time, biology, and environment converging. Our ears are shaped by everything we experience: sunshine, gravity, and the years themselves. It's a complex, fascinating interplay that leaves its mark on us all. The ever-growing ear isn't a myth. It's a real, universal part of aging. While most of your body finished growing long ago, your ears and nose are still changing, quietly marking the years. Every sound you've ever heard has passed through these remarkable structures, which are living records of your time on Earth. Each millimeter of stretch is a testament to another year of listening and living. So, next time you notice an elder's larger ears, see them as monuments to a life well lived. They're not just ears, they're symbols of decades of gravity, sunshine, and experience. Your own ears are on the same journey, quietly marking your passage through time. It's a small, beautiful reminder that even the most familiar parts of us are always changing.